you know, nigga. Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this. 50-inch screen, money green, leather sofa. Got 2 rides, a limousine with the chauffeur. Phone bill about 2 G's flat. No need to worry, my accountant handles that. And my whole crew is lounging, celebrating every day, no more public housing. Thinking back on my one-room shack. Now my mom pimps an act with minks on her back. And she loves to show me off, of course. Smiles every time my face is up in the sauce. We used to fuss when the landlord dissed us. No heat, wonder why Christmas missed us. Birthdays was the worst days. Now we sip champagne when we thirsty. Damn right, I like the life I live. Cause I went from negative to positive, and it's all. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. And if you don't know, now you know, nigga. Representing B-Town in the house. Junior Mafia, Math Label. Yeah.
Yeah. Shady. Aftermath. Gee, you near. Damn, baby, all I need is a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Get it crackin' in the club when you hear the shit. Drop it like it's hot, get the work in that back. Girl, shake that thing, yeah, work that thing. Let me see it go up and down. Rotate that thing, I wanna touch that thing when you make it go round and round. Step up in the club, I'm like, who you with? She unit in the house, yeah, that's my clique. Yeah, I'm young, but a nigga from the old school. On the dance floor, a nigga doing old moves. I don't give a fuck, I do what I want to. I hit your ass up, boy, I don't want you. Better listen when I talk, nigga, don't trip. Yo, heat in the car, mine's in this bitch. I ain't tryna beef, I'm tryna get my drink on. Now my diamonds, my fitted, and my mink on. I'ma kick it at the bar till it's time to go. Then I'ma get shorty here and I'ma let her know. All a nigga really need is a little bit. Not a lot, baby girl, just a little bit. We can head to the crib in a little bit. I can show you how I live in a little bit. I wanna unbutton your pants just a little bit. Take them off, pull them down just a little bit. Get the kissing and touching a little bit. Get the lick in it in a little bit. 50 coming out your stereos. Hard to tell though, cause I switched the flow. Eyes a little low, cause I twist the jaw. Pockets on swole, cause I move the O's. My neck, my wrist, my ears is froze. Come get your bitch, she on me, dawg. She must have heard about the dough. Now Captain, come on and say low. I get it crunk in the club, I'm off the chain. Number 1 on the chart all the time, man. When the kid in the house, I turned it out. Keep the dance floor packed, that's without a doubt. But shorty shake that thing like a pro, man. She backed it up on me, I'm like, oh man. I got close enough to her so I know she could hear. System thumping, party jumping, I said loud and clear. All a nigga really need is a little bit. Not a lot, baby girl, just a little bit. We can head to the crib in a little bit. I can show you how I live in a little bit. I wanna unbutton your pants just a little bit. Take them off, pull them down just a little bit. Get the kissing and touching a little bit. get the lick in it, a little bit. And you got me feeling right, you heard me. My mama gone, you can spend the night, you heard me. I ain't playing, I'm trying to fuck the night, you heard me. Clothes off, face down, ass up, come on. All a nigga really need is a little bit. Not a lot, baby girl, just a little bit. We can head to the crib in a little bit. I can show you how I live in a little bit. I wanna unbutton your pants just a little bit. Take them all, pull them down just a little bit. Get the kissing and touching a little bit. Get the licking it, a little bit. All a nigga really need is a little bit. Not a lot, baby girl, just a little bit. We can head to the crib in a little bit. I can show you how I live in a little bit. I wanna unbutton your pants just a little bit. Take them all, pull them down just a little bit. Get the kissing and touching a little bit. Get the licking it a little bit. So seductive. I take you to the candy shop. I let you lick the lollipop. Go ahead, girl, don't you stop. Keep going till you hit the spot. Whoa.
I'll take you to the candy shop.
Yeah.
One taste of what I got. I'll have you spending all you got.
Come on.
Keep going till you hit the spot. Whoa.
You can have it your way. How do you want it? You gon' back that thing up or should I push up on it? Temperature rising, okay, let's go to the next level. Dance floor jam-packed, hot as a tea kettle. I break it down for you now, baby, it's simple. If you be an info, I'll be an info. In the hotel or in the back of the rental, on the beach or in the park, it's whatever you into. Got the magic stick, I'm the love doctor. How your friends teasing you about how I sprung, I got you. Wanna show me you can work it, baby? No problem, get on top, then get to bounce around like a low rider. I'm a seasoned vet when it comes to this shit. After you work up a sweat, you can play with the stick. I'm trying to explain, baby, the best way I can. I melt in your mouth, girl, not in your hand. Take you to the candy shop. I let you lick the lollipop. Go ahead, girl, don't you stop. Keep going till you hit the spot. Whoa.
I'll take you to the candy shop. One taste of what I got. I'll have you spending all you got. Keep going till you hit the spot. Whoa.
Girl, what we do. And where we do, the things we do, are just between me and you, yeah. Give it to me, baby, nice and slow. Climb on top, ride like you're in a rodeo. You ain't never heard it sound like this before, cause I ain't never put it down like this. Soon as I come through the door, she get the pulling on my zipper. It's like it's a race, who could get undressed quicker. Isn't it ironic how erotic it is to watch in thongs? Had me thinking about that ass after I'm gone. I touch the right spot at the right time. Lights on or lights off, she like it from behind. So seductive, you should see the way she whine. Her hips in slow-mo on the floor when we grind. Long as she ain't stopping, homie, I ain't stopping. Dripping wet with sweat, man, it's on and popping on my champagne campaign. Bottle after bottle is on, and we gon' sip to every bubble and every bottle is gone. I take you to the candy shop. I let you lick the lollipop. Go ahead, girl, don't you stop. Keep going till you hit the spot. Whoa.
I'll take you to the candy shop. One taste of what I got. I'll have you spending all you got. Keep going till you hit the spot. Whoa.
I take you to the candy shop. I let you lick the lollipop. Go ahead, girl, don't you stop. Keep going till you hit the spot. Whoa.
I'll take you to the candy shop. One taste of what I got. I'll have you spending all you got. Keep going till you hit the spot. Whoa.
The fuck kind of name is Mike anyway? Hey. What are you, Amish? Hey, get back to churning butter, man. How are you even watching this show without electricity, dude?
Is this thing on? Word.
So what, we get drunk. So what, we smoke weed. We're just having fun. So what, we go out.
Hey, let me get a lighter,
That's how it's
please.
supposed to be.
Cause you know I'm high as fuck and I forgot one. Keep that in there. So what? I keep them rolled up, sagging my pants, not caring what I show. Keep it real with my niggas, keep it playing for these hoes. It look clean, don't it? Washed it the other day, watch how you lean on it. Eat me some 501 jeans on it, roll joints bigger than King Kong's fingers, and smoke them hoes down to they stingers. You a class clown, and if I skip for the damn with your bitch smoking grade A.
So what, we smoke weed. We're just having fun. We don't care who sees. So what, we go out. That's how it's supposed to be. Living young and wild and free.
Yeah, you know what? It's like I'm 17 again, peach fuzz on my face. Looking on the case, trying to find a hella taste. Oh my God, I'm on the chase. Chevy is getting kinda heavy. Irrelevant, selling it, dipping away. Time keeps slipping away. Zipping the safe, flipping for pay. Tipping like I'm dripping in paint. Up front, 4 blunts like Khalifa, put the wheat in the J. Hey.
So what, we smoke weed. We're just having fun. We don't care who sees. So what, we go out. That's how it's supposed to be. Living young and wild and free.
Yeah, roll one, smoke one. When you live like this, you're supposed to party. Roll one, smoke one, and we all just having fun. So we just roll one, smoke one. When you live like this, you're supposed to party. Roll one, smoke one, and we all just having fun.
So what, we get drunk. So what, we smoke weed. We're just having fun. We don't care who sees. So what, we go out. That's how it's supposed to be. Living young and wild and free.
How we living,
So
dog?
what, we get drunk.
So what, you
So
say?
what, we smoke weed. We're just having fun. We don't care who sees.
We don't care who sees.
So what, we go out. That's how it's supposed to be. Living young and wild and free.
Yeah. High school, man. Hey, Wes, I'm gonna get with you in third period tomorrow. I'll holler at you.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. Me be treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of. You better watch how you're talking and where you're walking, or you and your homies might be lying in chalk. I really hate the trip, but I gotta low. As they croak, I see myself in the pistol smoke. Fool, I'm the kind of G the little homies wanna be like, on my knees in the night, saying prayers in the street light. Been spending most of their lives living in a gangster's paradise. Been spending most.
This isn't an airport, Alan Waters. This is not an airport, buddy. We don't announce departures or arrivals here.
Look at the situation they got me facing. I can't live a normal life. I was raised by the state, so I gotta be down with the hood team.
Too much television watching got me chasing dreams. I'm an educated fool with money on my mind. Got my 10 in my hand and a gleam in my eye. I'm a loped out gangster, set tripping banker. And my homies is down, so don't arouse my anger. Fool, death ain't nothing but a heartbeat away. I'm living life, do or die. What can I say? I'm 23 now, but will I live to see 24? The way things is going, I don't know. Tell me why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me?
Did you know that if you start your own YouTube channel, you can play any music you want? It's true. Try it.
Power and the money and the power. Minute after minute, hour after hour, everybody's running, but half of them ain't looking what's going on in the kitchen. But I don't know what's cooking. They say I got to learn, but nobody's here to teach me. If they can't understand it, how can they reach me? I guess they can't, I guess they won't, I guess they front. That's why I know my life is out of luck, fool.
Roger wants to know who was hungover. All of these people right here. Everybody 15 through 26. Yeah. Good morning, and that's Uncle Lou here. That's right, it is me, Uncle Lou, live on LouTube for you. Thanks for watching the Lunch Money Show every Monday night, 10 p.m. with me and Pigskin Pete. What's up, Pete?
What's up? Happy Monday, everybody.
Yeah, the Slob Olympics were this past weekend, so I'm sure we'll spend the majority of this show talking about that. Congratulations to Big Dog Brett. He was this year's winner of the Slob Olympics. I'll go through the results real quick here at the beginning so people can quit asking. But from first place to last place, Brett, Sea-Dog, Lou, Nick DTV, Albert Tucci, Charcoaled, Pete, Squidtard, and then the thumb is covering it up here, but you have VicTube, and then Nate the Great. That was the top 10. 11 was Spaz, 12 Jay Shipes, tied for 14th Moneyman, and Twisted Rooter. 15th Law Tide, 16 Traveling Fools, 17 Flaming Sports Media, 18 Huffer Billy Paul, 19 Slim Shady Canes, 20 Colby, 21 TK, 22 Let the Big Dog Eat, tied for 24th Ballard Sports Media and Taylor, that's Ramajama Taylor, 25th BVD, and the slobbiest slob on planet Earth, dead last, Matt Dummett. So there's the results. So what does everybody think about that?
I got to say, considering the condition I was in, I'm taking 7th. I'm happy with that.
All right, now let's see how wrong everybody was on these odds. Now, Big Dog Brett won. He was not listed on this odd sheet because he said he wasn't coming. But then, of course, he did show up. So there's no way to know how wrong we were about Brett because we just didn't we didn't rank him. I was first in the rankings and finished third. Pete was sixth in the rankings and finished sixth?
Seventh.
So just about dead on there.
Yeah.
BVD was third from last and finished next to last. That was pretty close. I don't know about some of the rest of these here, but anyway, those were the odds, and we just looked at the results a minute ago. So there you go.
Yeah, a couple people on this list did not show up. Octavian and Tennille.
Yeah, Octavian, Tennille, D4, Josh Williams, whoever that is, Deacon MMA, whoever that is, Paw's Dog, Tennille's Butthole. Crimson Brave did show up, but he didn't compete. Neo did not show up. Yeah, I think we had 33 or 34 names on the odds list, and we ended up having 26 people compete. So another successful Slob Olympics. It didn't rain. The weather was good. The hotel worked out good, mostly.
Yeah, mostly.
We had some good food. There was some good restaurants right around there within walking distance. Pete and them got to go shoot their guns. The girls went and got tattoos. It was an amazing weekend.
It was. Got to meet some new people, too.
Yeah, a lot of new people there this year.
Albert Tucci in the chat, he showed up actually on Saturday morning right before the event started and put his name in the hat.
Yeah.
And, well, he finished high, too, didn't he?
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
fifth. Yeah.
He was in the top 10. I remember that.
I think he was fifth.
Yes. Albert Tucci, fifth place. So he was the highest first timer. 5 and 6. Charcoal was sixth.
Yeah, so two new guys got top 10 finishes there. Top
and
5.
Squid Tart at 8.
Yeah.
So 3 of the top 10 were first timers. There's the top 14. VicTube and Spaz, who is Hoghead's son-in-law, they won the costume contest for the best costume. So they got some bonus points for that. A lot of people dressed up, though. More people dressed up than didn't. I'll tell you that. There wasn't very many that didn't. Even had somebody dress up as Uncle Lou, which was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our boy Moneyman flew in from Minnesota and dressed up as Uncle Lou.
Yeah. Had him a team
Had
asshole
the team
hat,
asshole hat and everything.
asshole shirt, sunglasses. He did it up. He flew in from Minnesota. Nate flew from Omaha, Nebraska. And Matt Dummett flew from Ohio. So we had 3 people fly in this year.
Yeah, everybody else drove in, I think.
Yeah. So shout out to everybody that came, though, especially those that came from some pretty long distances. And obviously, if you fly there, that's a long way away. But you had some people driving a long way, too. Pete, it was about 10 hours for you, wasn't it?
Well, it's an 8-hour drive. But yeah, I made it 10 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was dragging.
Yeah.
I had to stop a lot.
Right.
Well, it was 9 hours on the way there, 10 hours on the way back.
Usually Dynasty in the Slob Olympics.
Had we made the karaoke that we did on Friday night, had we made that an event, who would have won?
Probably Sea Dog.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, probably Sea Dog. Traveling Fools brought an entire karaoke setup with him, the wireless microphones and speakers and everything. And we set up karaoke Friday night at the pool and did it for, 2.5 hours or so. A lot of people sang, too. That surprised me. I didn't know. Well, I don't know if it surprised me, but I wasn't sure how many people would actually have the nerve to get up there and sing. But I was surprised.
Yeah, well, there was a lot of people not feeling much pain, so that helps.
Yeah, that's true, too. That liquid courage, is that what they call that?
Yeah, that's what they call that.
Okay.
Yeah, that worked out because they had a stage at the pool area. First of all, the pool was really nice. They had a big main pool and then a giant hot tub about the size, like you said, about the size of an SUV, like a Suburban.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing was big and had waterfalls on it and everything. And then they had this whole other area over to the right. And at the end of that, they had the stage. And luckily for us, they had, outlets, electrical outlets and stuff on the stage for us to plug our, or for, fools to plug in his equipment there. So it worked out great.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. We sang. I sang. Pete sang.
I sang twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you did too.
Yeah, I sang twice.
Yeah. Well, I sang once, and then I did a duet with Big Dog Brett.
Yes, you did. A Dirty Dancing song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huffer Billy Paul, of course, sang, which was amazing. With his Roxanne and that. Really brought the house down. Really brought the house down. But yeah, we had a lot of fun. We talked about it a lot on the morning show. Pete too on his midday show. So if you're, I guess if you're curious like about the actual Slob Olympics itself, you can go back and watch the morning show or Pete's show. Talked a lot about that. But we want to talk about some of the stuff that went on around the Slob Olympics tonight. Now, honestly, mainly involving Huffer Billy Paul, who for me personally was the MVP of this year's Slob Olympics. Not because of anything he did on Saturday morning during the Slob Olympics, but he made the weekend overall extremely enjoyable for me. He provided hours of free entertainment for me. I spent so much time laughing. It got to a point where anything he did started to be funny to me. And I like he could say anything or do anything, and I just could not stop laughing. But he was on one. Seriously.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I agree. The MVP of the Slob Olympics, definitely. Well, off of the field, Huffer Billy Paul.
He was something. He had a good time. He was on a mission, and it was mission accomplished. He came down there, and he had a great time.
And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, he did have to take a nap on the beach on Saturday, but look, people take naps. It's not a big deal.
I was kind of jealous, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's nothing for him to be ashamed or embarrassed about. People get tired, they lay down, they take a nap. It's not, so what, you're on the beach in the middle of the Slob Olympics and you're snoring at 2 p.m. on the beach. It is what it is.
Before we get into the stories, let me mention this real quick. I don't know if you just saw, but Traveling Fools had a premiere video. He put together a great Slob Olympics video. So y'all go check that out after the show or tomorrow or whatever. It's good.
Maybe I should play it.
Yeah, play it. It's good. It's great.
Let's play it. For those of you that missed it and maybe haven't caught any of the other shows that were on today. Now, this is long.
Well,
fuck it. I'm going to play it anyway. What else are we going to do?
Play it. We got time.
I'm going to play this video, then we're going to come back with some of the stories surrounding the extracurricular activities that went on around the Slob Olympics. But here you go. This is from Traveling Fools channel. A recap of the Slob Olympics here.
Here's one thing you need to do before you buy anything online. Don't spend another dime on Amazon.
Slob Olympics 2024. See you next year.
There you go.
That was awesome. There's two things that I didn't notice during the competition that I just noticed during that video. One was when Huffer Billy fell over the finish line. Whose dog was that went and walked on his head? That must have been Rooter and Mrs. Mama Tori's dog. I don't know.
I don't know if I saw that.
Yeah, he fell down on his back, and one of their dogs went and just basically sat on his face. The second thing was Matt Dummett had to hold up his pants the entire time he was running the course.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I remember that from when it happened. Now, that was a great video, but of course, it doesn't have the donut eating competition in that video.
Doesn't.
Now, luckily for everyone involved, I happen to have that video queued up here. But this was the donut eating competition. Now, TK came in first and last. in the donut eating competition. Here you go.
There you go, straight.
How's it taste like?
That's too good. Oh, she got some. I like this. This is
Oh my God. Oh God. Oh, that's fun.
We're gonna do a 2-minute time limit.
Oh, you got it. Can I spit it out? You can't spit it out. You gotta swallow it.
Gotta swallow. Spitters or quitters. Hey, BA.
That's not fair. How do you?
Somebody go get it now because we're gonna say he's next.
We're not.
There you go. I almost there.
Are you doing good? You're only 38 seconds in. You're good.
Really?
Yeah, you
Where's the what?
All right.
Under a minute.
All right. Scissors.
We got a license for that. We got a license.
Pretty good. Is there no more?
You're like halfway done. You're doing good. You're halfway there, boss.
You get this. Like a damn baby bird trying to find a worm.
This is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Oh, I can't.
You're almost done. You only got a little bit of donut left. You got 10 seconds left, girl. Get as much in 10 seconds as you can. There you go. There you go. All right, time.
So we decided not to do the donut thing as a as part of the Slob Olympics because you can see that was one person right there, and it took 2 or 3 minutes. You multiply that out by 26 people, it would have taken probably 2 or 3 hours just to do this one event. So we decided at some point earlier in the day that we weren't going to do it, but that we wanted at least somebody to do it so we could see how funny it is. So we decided just we'll pretend we are doing it. We'll call TK's name first, like she's the first to go, and we'll at least get to watch TK. You know, we'll get to watch somebody try to eat the donut. So we kind of tricked her into that. And then it was Law Tide's birthday, and I don't remember who. I think this was Traveling Fool's idea.
Yeah, Traveling Fools came up with that, I think. Yeah.
Since it was Law Tide's birthday, they said, well, let's try to get him too. But they took it one step further with Law Tide. Here's Law Tide's donut eating. Oh, hold on. I forgot this video didn't come out right. I got to flip it around. Hold on 1 second. Yes. One more. All right, here we go. All right, this is better.
Get back a little.
That's funny. You got to beat TK's time. Back up, long time. A little bit. There you go. All right, pull the donut up a little bit.
Hold on. Wait for the buzzer.
All right.
Hold on. Wait.
You want?
Hold on. No, wait.
You want?
Wait for the buzzer.
Get set.
Ready, set,
Go.
Go.
That's my favorite kind of donut. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
We did that and dirty.
I think we're all lucky that he was a good sport about that, because
Yeah.
I probably would have been a little pissed off. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I know. He took it on the chin. I mean, literally. And figuratively.
Yeah. Yeah. So there you go, to Slob Olympics. Those were all the events. We went over the results earlier. Again, congratulations to Big Dog Brett, the first 2-time winner of the Slob Olympics. He won the first ever Slob Olympics back in 2021 in Atlanta. And he now has won again, 2024, Panama city. I saw a couple of questions in the comments about the next Slob Olympics. We don't know yet where the next Slob Olympics will be. We're going to try to have it figured out by the first week of April, so that we can let everybody know where it's going to be next year. The exact dates, the hotel, we're going to try to have all that worked out by the first week of April. If you have some suggestions, if you would like to submit a bid for a certain city for us to come to for the Slob Olympics next year in 2025, we have an email address for that. This is how we decide on the city. People send in suggestions, we sort through them, and we kind of just decide on one. But the email address is theslobolympics@gmail.com. The Slob Olympics @gmail.com. C Raw, I saw your comment. Thank you for the super chat. I did get that email. If you don't mind, though, resend that email to that Slob Olympics email address, because I don't want to forget about your suggestion when we get ready to pick a city. And when we get ready to pick, I just pull up that Slob Olympics email, and I'm afraid I might forget about the one you sent in. So if you don't mind just resending it to the slobolympics@gmail.com. Hoghead, thank you for the super chat. He says Bixby, Oklahoma for 2025. I don't even know what that is, but the answer is no. Connor Stallions, thank you for the super chat. He says Slob Olympics, Cherokee, North Carolina in 25. Let's make it happen. Someone is welcome to send that in as a city. There are some pretty drastic drawbacks to having it in Cherokee that maybe we'll talk about in a few minutes, but you're welcome to send that in. And Mrs. Mack. Oh, that's Macklin Griffin's wife. Thank you for joining the channel, lady. Yeah, I appreciate that. Y'all are good people. Thank y'all for the super chats. Direct donations are what keep these live shows on the air. So big shout out to C Raw, Hoghead, Connor Stallions, and Mrs. Mack. Thank y'all for helping us support the show today.
Absolutely. Are we going to put a time limit on like when we're going to decide the next one? Because
Yes.
it does. I mean,
I think by the first or second week of April.
Okay. All right. That sounds good.
Because the sooner in advance we can get all that stuff nailed down, the sooner.
And what we're looking for with that is, not just I want it to be here because I live close to there or whatever. Be detailed about it. Be like, this is a good place to, hold the events. There's this to do around there, stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, give us a hotel that we can stay at. Let us know if it's on the beach, can we do it on the beach? If it's not on the beach, is there like a park or a grassy area nearby to whatever hotel? Like, the more details you can provide, the better. Basically, we're trying to get y'all to do all this type of work so we don't have to, is the idea.
Well, also, so we're not the ones picking it, and everyone's like, oh, they're just picking it every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We try to, and we've moved it around. We talk about this all the time, but we've had it in Georgia, we've had it in Tennessee, we've had it in South Carolina, we've had it in Florida. So we try to move it around so that different people can come in different years. Maybe somebody can't travel 3 states away, but they're willing to go to Panama City, or maybe somebody went to Pigeon Forge, but they weren't able to come to Panama City. Whatever the case. So we try to move it around. Yep. Yeah. So, yep. Yeah. And some people are asking if they can come on. Do you want to let people come on if they were there? I don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
All right. The link is in the description of the video. It's at the very bottom of the description. So if you were there at the Slob Olympics, whether you competed or whether you were just there to hang out and you want to come on and talk about your experience or whatever else, that would be great. Speaking of which, Huffer Billy Paul, good morning, sir. Of course, he doesn't know how to work StreamYard. He's muted himself. Either that or he's fell asleep. Thank you for your comments, but this is par for the course for her.
I have not muted. Like, I just wanted to get on here and start saying shit until I needed to. So.
Well, now you need to. So.
All right. So listen. I just sent you a super chat. So here's the point. I know I'm gonna have to defend myself. I can imagine that all the incriminating evidence that you have on me is probably going to make any of my defense ineligible. But I just wanted to say, whatever I did, I didn't mean to do any bad stuff, right? So,
you didn't do anything bad.
Oh, you didn't do anything bad at all. You were the highlight of the weekend, sir.
I love it. Love you guys. It was a great time, man. Oh, can you imagine a bunch of misfits like us getting together and it being a great time like it was? Seriously.
Well, we do it every year. It's a great time every year.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be.
Your weekend performance would have made Dabo Swinney proud. Huffer Billy. Say that right now.
Hey, I fell down in the obstacle course like a champion.
Yeah, no one cares about that. Let's talk about Friday. So the Slob Olympics is Saturday morning at 10 a.m., but pretty much everybody was there by Thursday or Friday, including Huffer Billy Paul. So Friday was a busy day. Pete and a bunch of people went to a gun range. All the girls went and got tattoos. People just kind of broke up into different groups and did their own thing. And then we got back together late afternoon, and we decided for dinner we would do pizza. We ordered a bunch of pizzas, 12 or 15 pizzas, whatever it was, and we all hung out at the hotel together, ate pizza. There was a lot of drinking involved by a lot of different people, including my buddy Huffer Billy Paul, who was really putting them down. And that's when we went and did the karaoke. And we did karaoke, I guess, from around 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock because they closed the pool down at 10. So they basically made us shut the karaoke off at 10. And people were lit up and raring to go after that karaoke. And we weren't about to just, head back to the rooms and go to sleep. So I think it was the Griffins, Macklin Griffin and his wife said, well, there's this little, place like 2 blocks away, the Salty Nut or whatever. What is it called?
The Salty Goat.
The Salty Gut. The Salty Gut. The Salty Goat. And it's basically a bar.
You can be goat too.
Is what it is. And so we decided, well, we'll go down there and hang out. And I don't know, 20 of us or so walked down there to hang out, including Huffer Billy Paul. And I've never seen him like this before. I've been around Huffer Billy Paul a bunch of times. Football Saturdays, a week in Vegas. Cherokee, multiple times. I have never seen this version of Huffer Billy Paul. It was unbelievable. This guy... he couldn't stay still. He was floating from shoulder to shoulder. He had important things to tell everybody there. You couldn't really understand what he was saying, but it was obviously very important to him that he say it to you specifically at that particular time. It was absolutely hilarious.
I had wisdom to impart. I'm an old man.
Well, you imparted a lot of it Friday night at that Salty Goat.
Yeah, I feel smarter having talked to you that night. Sure.
He was giving out free massages to anybody who was willing.
I didn't get one.
Crimson Brave. I gave him a massage.
You gave Crimson Brave a massage. You gave Mrs. Reuter. One of the most interesting massages I've ever seen.
Well, you got to realize, she's worth it,
All right.
Now, Mr. Reuter didn't get mad at me too much. He did a little bit, but he didn't get mad at me in a mean way. So that's good.
That is good.
Yeah.
That's real good. So I'll just give you a couple of examples of things that Huffer Billy Paul had to say, and he had to say them right then. And it didn't matter what was going on or what was being discussed. If Huffer Billy Paul decided it was time for him to tell somebody something, then it was time for Huffer Billy Paul to tell somebody something. So I'm standing wherever I'm standing. There's this outdoor area, this deck, and that's where most of us were, and we're just kind of all hanging around out there, different conversations going on. And I forget who I was talking to or what I was talking about or what was going on, but all of a sudden I turn around and Huffer Billy Paul's 6 inches away from my face, which is how he talked to everybody the entire night, 6 inches away from their face. And he walks right up to me. I'm in the middle of a conversation with somebody. He puts his arm around me. He leans in 6 inches from my face, and he goes, and that's when you know it's about to start. When he goes, he goes, now keep in mind, this is completely out of the blue. This isn't something we were talking about or part of some other conversation that was going on. This has nothing to do with anything. And he walks up and he goes, Eventually, I had to tell my fucking ex-wife to just hit the road. And I guess I'm going to have to tell Robin the same thing.
Oh, no.
Well, I said it then, and I'll say it now. I mean, look, man, shit happens. I don't know what to tell people.
I mean, whatever's going on there, that's a whole other deal. But, like, for some reason, you had to tell me that right then.
It's important.
It was very important to you at that particular moment in time. It was. Another time, this is maybe, I don't remember if this was an hour later, hour before, whatever, but same thing, has nothing to do with anything. I'm standing around talking to whoever I'm talking to. I turn around once again. Huffer Billy Paul leaned in, arm around my shoulder, 6 inches from my face. You know, Lou, it's okay to be on the spectrum. And then he just walks off. Like, that's it. He comes, he he says what he came to say, he walks off.
Hey, he was showing support for you, man.
I had this, like I said, I had to impart.
Good friend. How about what he said to Squid on Saturday night in the parking garage?
I forgot. What did he say?
Huh?
What did he say?
You don't remember when he said? I think you said to Squid something.
Yeah. I remember what he said. I don't remember what it was in response to. It was.
Well, I think you started it. You said that Squid should join the Clemson Life program. For those of you who don't know,
that's right.
The Clemson Life program is something that Clemson does for mentally challenged people, right? I think most of them have like Down syndrome or something.
Yeah, it's a way for them to take college classes and things like
that.
Yeah,
take college classes and they get them a job afterwards and all.
No, it's not a laughing matter. It's the way you talk about it. That's the laughing matter.
It's what you said. It was funny. Lou said Squid should join the Clemson Life program. And what did Paul say?
Paul goes, Squid can't join the Clemson Life program. He's not retarded enough.
I told you the enough part was the funny part. Jesus Christ.
Boy,
what's up, y'all?
Oh.
What's up?
Dave, it's awesome. I said that for a reason, just to aggravate the whole situation. The fact he even said he needs to join the Clemson Live program, Lou, was the reason why I said it. He shouldn't even be considered for it. What are you talking about?
How about VicTube getting drunk at the karaoke thing?
That was hilarious.
And then,
well, he got drunk before. We did that before, but yeah.
And then he's riding around the pool at the karaoke thing, long gone. And then when they came and shut that down, before we went to the bar, actually, this is why we ended up at the bar. We were all out in the parking garage hanging out, and they came and kicked us out of there. Or was that the next night?
That was the next night.
That was the next night.
That was the
next
next
night.
night.
The decision to go set up the karaoke deal, and we all walked over there. Yeah,
that's right. But the next night, the security comes out to the parking deck and tries to kick us out of there. Tells us we can't congregate in the parking deck. Vic rolls right up out into the middle of the parking garage, turns around facing the security guard, and raises his chair all the way up in the air. I know.
He's like, "You want a piece of me, bitch?"
Vic rolled up to me and goes, "Pete." I go, "What's up, Vic?" He goes, "Am I okay?" I said, "I don't know. Are you?" He goes, "I don't know." I said, well, "You're okay, buddy. You'll be all right." Shout out to Vic's parents, too. They let him have a good time.
Yeah, they do. They're good people.
I can't talk shit, so.
Squid Card, what do you think about Huffer Billy Paul thinking that you're not retarded enough.
That's hilarious. What's funny is that I was so mad ranting about the whole college situation that I didn't even pick up on him saying that. Because if I did, I'm sure I would have said something.
Oh, that's right. That's what it was. Squidtar was ranting and raving. Squidcar goes to Tennessee, for those of you that don't know, and he was telling us some stories about how much it's costing to go there and all this kind of thing, and he's thinking about maybe transferring somewhere else because a lot of his credits he had won't even transfer to Tennessee, and it was just this whole kind of story about how it's you know, Tennessee, you know, it's costing so much to go there and all that, and that's when I said, well, maybe you should consider transferring to the Clemson Life College. And then unfortunately Huffer Billy Paul hit him with the cold hard facts. That's not an option because Squidtard isn't retarded enough.
Yeah, I'm real devastated about that.
Hey, Squid, you know, I just said it in the comments. You're smarter than all of us, but it was a joke.
Well, we know it was a joke.
Was it though?
Fucking hilarious though.
Yeah, it's a great joke. Squid had a little bit of alcohol poisoning too at Harpoon Harry's.
He drinking like chocolate milk.
I was sitting next to Squid Tar. We sit down and we're about to order drinks, and me and Squid are looking at the drink menu together. And he's like, "What are you going to get?" And I said, "I think I'm going to get a margarita." He goes, "I think I'm going to get a Bahama Mama." He said, "I've been waiting for this. I've never seen somebody so excited to get a Bahama Mama before."
Me either.
I was, and
I got a Bahama Mama once, but it wasn't that. It wasn't a drink.
Now you're learning lessons, Squid.
Well, Squid, they brought that Bahama Mama out and they put a straw in it, which was a terrible idea because he sucked that thing down in like 3 seconds.
Who would outdrink who between Squidtard and Ballard?
Oh shit!
Oh, Ballard.
Ballard guzzled that beer like he was in the desert and just found water.
Yeah. Ballard, he drank his first beer. He drank in about 3 seconds, asked for another one. I gave him another one. He started to do the same thing, and we had to tell him, "Hey, man, slow down.
Yeah.
All right, this isn't a race."
Now I say Squid over Ballard.
I had to walk outside. It was like I was feeling so bad. I was like, I'm about to vomit. So I took a walk outside, and then I walked around for like 5 minutes, and then I came back in, and it was all better. So clearly, I just needed just a little walk. But
yeah, you had to walk off.
No more downing those Bahama Mamas because clearly
I know they taste good, but you're supposed to drink them slowly.
Well, it didn't even taste all that good. I think they put too much rum in it was the problem.
There's no such thing.
I guess you might be right.
How in the hell can you have too much rum?
I don't know.
I don't know.
This is how you know I'm not very experienced with drinking.
Yeah, it's a sipping drink, not a chugging drink.
Yeah, it's not a chocolate milk.
Yeah, as I found out the hard way.
Paul, tell us about your negotiation tactics as far as trying to get us a group rate into that teeny bopper club that was next door to the restaurant.
Oh, I missed that. Damn it.
We ate at this restaurant on Saturday night after the Slob Olympics, and pretty much attached to the restaurant, or literally right next door, was some kind of dance club, and you could hear the music. And when you'd stand outside to smoke or something, like literally every 10 seconds there was an Uber pulling up with like 10 or 15 what looked like 20-year-old, mostly girls, getting out of it and going into this club thing. And I came out looking for Paul one time, and he was over there in line for this teeny bopper club. And he got up to the front of the line, and the bouncer told him it would be $50 to get in.
Yeah.
And he stood there and played 20 questions with him and tried to get us a deal.
Paul, you should ask me too.
Let us in for free.
Listen,
because we ate there, right? So that was my.
Well, yeah.
Well, that club operates off dynamic pricing. Do you know what that means?
I didn't know.
Yeah, that means when you walk up to the door, they name whatever price they think you're not gonna pay.
Right.
To keep you out.
I thought it was.
I promise you, those 20-year-old girls that walked in front of you didn't pay $50 a head. They got in for free or $5.
They paid per head, but I mean, whatever.
Now, sorry. Speaking of 20-year-old girls, Can you talk about the story that what Squid bet me on?
Oh yeah, Squid told Nate at the dinner table. There was an attractive young lady, probably in her late 20s, sitting up at a bar table by the bar by herself. And Squid Tart says, "I bet you $10 you won't go talk to her." Before he even got the words out of his mouth, Nate was off to the races, son. Nate went right up to her, started talking to her.
Got out of his chair, went right up there, and had a conversation with her. And I can only imagine being that girl and talking to Nate, and then just seeing an entire table staring at them.
Yeah, you probably should have paid her too.
Now, not only she was a girl, she was a freaking Vanderbilt fan. No wonder she was looking down.
Yeah, and the craziest part about that whole thing was that as soon as you walked off, what I guess was her boyfriend walked to the table.
That's what I thought too. And I'm like, oh no, shit.
Good pickup line is not talking about Vanderbilt football, okay, buddy? That's not.
Sorry. No, I didn't talk about Vanderbilt football, which is good thing I didn't do. I just did simple lines, whatever.
Well, you did say, did you go to like you a student at Vanderbilt?
Oh, that's true. Oh, that's true. No, she said she's a fan of the Vanderbilt, but yeah.
Did you ask her if she wanted to go back to your room and canoodle?
That's I could have done, but I want to be a professional, not not a hoe.
You were taking more of the gentleman approach.
Yes.
I got you.
That's a whole. Nate, learn something. Never do that.
Did you tell her that you're great?
Yeah, listen to
Slob
Paul.
Olympics?
Paul says never act like a gentleman, Nate.
No.
Why not?
There's no reason to.
There's no reason to.
Paul, you're sick.
There's no reason to ever act like a gentleman. Huffer Billy Paul 2024.
Wise words.
No.
Yeah, where's that video? Where's that video? Paul singing Roxanne.
I've got all the karaoke videos.
We need to see that soon. That needs to be uploaded soon.
Yeah, it will be.
Hopefully it's the full video, but I mean, I've seen parts of it. It's near the end, but you did a really good job, Pete, overall. Now
I'm a terrible singer. I didn't do a good job. That's not what it was about.
Well, you can say that to me too, but I know the lyrics at some point, at some songs. But yeah, my grandma also told me that my family's not a really good singer. So there you go.
Well, everybody ate at Harpoon Harry's except for BBD.
Yes.
Yeah, fuck this place.
Somehow 55 people sat down to eat and BBD didn't.
Well, BBD, Colby, and Raleigh.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, they didn't go, though.
Right.
Yeah. But of all the people that were there, BBD had to sit there and watch us all eat and didn't eat.
Yep. He was jealous.
He got Hooters all to himself, though.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the surprising thing, I did not go to Hooters that whole trip, which is surprising, to be honest.
That is surprising because everyone else went except for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's explain a couple things. BB.
That's your specialty.
BBD didn't get to eat because they fucked up his damn order. Well, I don't know. He must have the most complicated orders on earth. But they fucked it up 3 times, and he just said hell with it. And they never got any food. So it's not like he's the only one that got screwed up order.
They did Lou wrong, too. Messed up his order.
Oh, yeah.
Looking at him.
And plus, I offered it wasn't mine, but I don't know who was my first platter. Well, I thought it was mine, but it wasn't. On the steak plate, because I ordered like fries, but came with mashed potatoes.
Oh, they screwed up your order too. You just ate it.
Well, no, I didn't eat that plate. I wait patiently, which is
here's what I noticed. Part of
somebody else's food that you didn't though. You didn't eat because they tried to tell Lou that you took his food, but he said I didn't order that either.
Yeah, part of the problem was that when they walked over Now you got to think there's 20 people at this table. They walk over
Right.
and they go, "Who had the steak?" Well, 9 people had the steak, you know? But they all had their steak cooked a different way with a different side and all that. But they weren't calling that out. They were just like, who had the steak? And 8 people would raise their hand and they'd just hand the plate to whoever was closest. So
that might have been the
and some people just are too nice and didn't say anything. So, you know, my issue, I ordered a medium steak with French fries.
French fries. Yeah.
And they kept trying to give me like a medium rare steak with onion rings. And I'm like, I didn't order that. And then they found somebody else who had a steak and French fries, but ordered onion rings, and they wanted to swap the steaks around after the plate had been sitting, I think, in front of Nate for like 2 minutes. And I'm like, this guy's been breathing all over this steak. Like, I know this guy, Nate. I'm not eating anything that's been sitting in front of him. No, I'm not eating that. And that's what I don't blame you, but I told the guy, and I wasn't even rude. I was just like, no, I'm not going to eat that. It's been sitting over there. I want my medium steak and my French fries, and I turned back around. Literally 30, 45 seconds goes by. And you know how you can tell when someone's staring at you, just whatever, you have like a feeling or whatever?
That's me.
I could tell. And so I turned back around, and the guy is still standing there with Nate's plate in his hand. And I said, I don't know why you're standing there, man. I'm not taking that plate. So, I mean, you can stand there from now to the end of time. I'm not taking that plate out of your hand. That's not what I ordered. And that's when I got mad. That they were trying to force me to take something I didn't order. Instead of just saying, oh, well, all they had to do was go to the back, scrape the onion rings off, and put French fries on or whatever. That's what made me mad. But they got my order right the second time and brought it out, and I ate, and it was fine.
I mean, overall, I think that Harpoon Aries might have the worst service from Slob history. To be honest.
The service wasn't bad.
I didn't think the service
wasn't bad, but like
people in there.
I mean, you're serving 60 people. I expect there to be a mix-up or two. I wasn't mad at all that a couple of the dishes got mixed up. I was mad with the response to it. Like, first of all, I'm not going to pay $70 to eat something I didn't order. That's just not going to happen. And I want what I ordered. What you do with that plate you have in your hand is your business. But you're not setting that down in front of me, no matter how long you stand there and hold it out at me.
First, the waiter started arguing with you, saying, "Well, I wrote down what you said, and that's what I brought out." And then he marches off and goes and gets the manager, and she comes over and tries to explain to you that somebody took your food.
See,
and that's what I told her. I told her, I said, that's not what happened. No one took my plate. They march out here. They say, who has a steak? 9 people raise their hand. They just hand it to somebody. They didn't differentiate this. Okay, who's got steak with fries? Who's got steak with onion rings? Who's got a medium steak? Who's got a well-done? They didn't do any of that. They just walked out with 9 steaks and said, who's got a steak, and started handing them out. Some people either didn't notice or didn't want to say anything. They start eating a steak that's not theirs with a side that's not theirs. Well, I don't want that plate now. I'm sorry. I'm not eating a steak that someone's done cut something off of it. I'm not going to do that. Come on.
Lou's germophobic.
Glad I got the shrimp then. That wasn't a problem. I'm pretty sure I was the only one who did.
Ballard's. Sorry.
Goddamn Ballard.
No, I was going to say, listen, Lou gave me a cut of his steak, and it was fabulous.
Oh, yeah, the food was good. And like I said, the service overall was great. There was just that one hiccup with the orders getting confused. And then I don't know what happened with BVD because I was sitting at a different table, but if they messed his order up 3 times, I don't blame him for just saying forget it and just going somewhere else.
Yeah.
I don't blame him either.
Now, Ballard comes in there. Now, he orders the most expensive thing on the menu, which is like this seafood medley. It comes in a big bucket. It's just a bucket filled with potatoes and corn and shrimp and crab legs, sausage. Now, what you're paying for there is the crab leg. If you order anything with crab legs in it, you're paying for the crab legs, and everything else is just thrown in.
Exactly.
They bring this bucket out, and I'm not lying. The bucket was, y'all seen Ballard's head. This bucket was bigger than Ballard's head.
Yeah.
That's how big the bucket was. This was a huge fucking bucket of seafood and potatoes and sausage and corn. They bring that out to Ballard. Ballard pulls the corn out, starts eating that, pulls potatoes out with his hands one at a time, starts eating that, reaching in there for sausage, eating that, tries a shrimp or two, ain't touched the crab legs. And then literally after like 3 minutes, he's like, man, I'm full. Hadn't eaten the first damn crab leg. I'm like, what are you doing?
That's surprising too.
What are you doing? So then he asked for a to-go deal, and I'm like, this has got to be the first time in human history anyone has ever put a crab leg in a to-go box. Well,
yeah, probably.
little did I know, the crab leg wasn't going in no damn to-go box. Ballard picked up that whole fucking bucket like it was a 12-piece from KFC and marched out the fucking door with it. He carried that goddamn bucket of seafood all the way back to the Days Inn.
And his
saw him in the
house.
goddamn elevator with a bucket of crab legs and shrimp and half-eaten corn. I said, Ballard, what are you doing? He was, I'm taking this up to Nana.
He got to keep the bucket. He didn't steal it.
That's Ballard versus the walk of shame, walking down the street with a bucket of crab legs.
Damn, man, what are you doing?
I bet he offered some crab legs or girls or whatever if he saw them. I don't know.
Yeah, I doubt that.
No.
Well,
But it was good. It was a good place. I mean, food wise, it was a good place. We had a lot of people, and the service had to work through that problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Charcoal?
What's up?
How was it? It was your first time there. Talk to people who've never been before. I'm sure you were nervous when you first got there, or maybe you weren't. Whatever. Tell us if you were or you weren't. I'll let you tell your own story. But talk to people who maybe have never come before. Somebody mentioned earlier they'd like to come, but they think they'd be too nervous or something like that. Talk about what it was like when you first got there, and whatever. Just whatever you want to say.
Yeah, it's really nerve-wracking when you first get there, but I mean, like when you come up to the big circle of people, it's like the only people you recognize is the people that you've seen on YouTube. But I mean, there's just so many nice people there, so many people that are willing to talk to you. And Huffer Billy Paul, especially, he kind of like took me under his wing, and he kind of showed me who
surprising at all.
was.
That's his specialty.
Yeah.
Hey man, we love all you people. I mean,
we're like big
I
family.
love people in general.
Yeah.
Everybody was really, really nice though, and it was just a great time overall.
Hell of a time, yeah, for
Yeah, anyone who's scared to come, I understand. Believe me, we've been, especially at the first one. Everyone was kind of nervous to meet everybody else, but you'll be there
Same
for
here.
less than 2 minutes and figure out that you won't be nervous anymore.
Yeah, the nervousness didn't last long, right, Charcoal? I mean, once you get there and everybody says, hey, you kind of figure out, okay, this isn't bad.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
especially
it probably lasts like 2 minutes.
like because like Ballard and Squid Tart and Flamin' Lips, it was their first time as well.
Yep.
We all kind of got in a little group together.
Yeah, we did. We kind of stay in a group for a majority of the time, but it was great.
Yeah.
Had a phenomenal time.
Where'd you travel from, Charcoal?
Covington, Georgia. It's about
Okay.
45 minutes east of Atlanta.
Yeah.
So it's about a six and a half hour drive.
Yeah, so I mean, a long way. It's not like you just drove next door. Yeah.
No.
Long drive.
Like Ballard.
Yeah.
Yeah, our drive, well, at least my part of it was 10 hours. Yeah, it was brutal, but it paid off. That was one of the funnest times I ever had in my life.
Yeah, that was your first time too, Squid, to the Slob Olympics. But now you had met a lot of the people that were there before at other things, right?
Right. I met you back in 2020 when we played mini golf together.
That's right, and we happened to both be in Myrtle Beach at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. I met BVD a few times before. I met Pete and Suraga and Jay Shipes and Huffer Billy Paul. I met all you guys over at Cherokee.
Yeah.
And then that was pretty much it. Everybody else I met at the Slobs.
Yeah.
Oh, and BA, of course, I met her at Cherokee as well.
What was your favorite event, Squid?
Probably the obstacle course, because it's it's weird because, you know, whenever you spin on that bat, everybody else gets dizzy. When I stopped spinning the bat, I don't know. And this has always been kind of a thing with me. I don't get dizzy. I just don't. Like,
Except when you drink Bahama Mamas.
Oh,
that's an advantage.
That was more. I just didn't feel good.
I thought I was gonna have to walk him back to the hotel after he drank that.
No, I was, if that was shit. But no, no, all the events were great. But I do know this: next time, from now till the next Slob Olympics, I am definitely buffing up because these pool noodle ass arms, they aren't doing me any favors.
Yeah, that affected your flow.
That was, I mean, well, okay.
How many push-ups did you do?
44, same as I tied with Law Tide.
44?
Yeah.
Well, that's
amazing.
That's good.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that had to have put you in the top 5 or 6, didn't it?
And he was doing those real push-ups too. He wasn't doing the fake push-ups where you go down
great.
2 inches.
Like Big Dog Brad.
A lot of push-ups.
Oh yeah, push-ups is something I'm good. Part of the problem was with the pineapple thing was that my hand. I saw Pete, and I talked about this with him. I saw Pete do the underhand throw, and I was like, "That's it. That's the strategy right there."
No, it's not.
I walk up, and I do it, and then halfway through, it slips out of my hands, and then it just flops, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" I think the only people that did worse than me in that was like TK by like literally.
Well, yeah, that's true.
But yeah, no. Never again doing that. Yeah, no, that was horrible. And even the horseshoe toss, I kept I didn't want to throw it too hard, and I just ended up completely whiffing. The first one just flies up into the air, doesn't even make it near close to the stake, and I'm like, what am I doing? It's just awful. But then thankfully the obstacle course was last, so I rebounded from just those 2 because that was back to back. That was just absolutely horrendous. So yeah, next time I'm definitely going to buff up a bit, at least for I think, you know, with my push-ups is that my formation is off. Like I did them right, but my formation was off where my arms were. So I'm not even like I'm buffing up my shoulders and not my chest how I should be doing. So I think next time, or from now until the next slobs, I'm going to work on trying to buff up my arms and my chest a bit more. Get a little beefier.
C-Raw, thank you for the super chat. Charcoal, he says he's from Covington too. The C-Raw, so he says shout out to Covington. Yeah, what was your favorite event?
Me?
Yeah.
Would it be biased to say the trivia one?
No.
No, that's what's fun.
No. What, did you win that one or something?
That. Yeah.
You won that one. Oh, so you won an event. Okay.
I won 2.
Oh, wow. Okay. What else did you win?
The rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, yeah. Me and Lou tied second.
Yeah, I didn't know he won 2 events.
Yeah, that's good for a first time. That's good for anybody, but for a first timer.
The trivia one was really the one I was really preparing for, so I was really happy to win that one.
Yeah, he studied too.
Well, you finished 6th overall, so you did good all the way around.
Yeah, I kind of blew it on the rest of them though.
You were
Can we go ahead? I forgot about this. Can we shame C-Dog for not knowing what city that LSU is in?
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh, that could have been the difference between him winning and him losing.
I don't know if it would have been the difference, but still.
Yeah, you guys.
Is that the reason he lost?
No, not quite. Brett had a pretty sustainable lead.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I don't even know what he said. I think he might have said New Orleans or something, but he didn't know.
Yeah.
He said New Orleans. He had no idea.
Yeah, that surprised me too.
Yeah,
the one I missed on the football trivia was the Nevada
Wolfpack.
Yeah, I didn't know it was the Wolfpack.
I tried to give it. Well, I shouldn't have gave it him, but I howled. But
yeah, I got Kennesaw State, and I had no idea there were even FBS at this point, so they completely screwed me.
They just moved there.
Yeah,
but you know what? I wouldn't have known. Even though I live in Georgia, I wouldn't have known. I didn't know what Kennesaw State's mascot or whatever it was either. I had no clue. What was it?
The Owls.
The Owl. Yeah, I wouldn't have known that.
I didn't either. Yeah, no, that I definitely got screwed on that one.
Freaking Marshall got me.
I usually do pretty good in the spelling bee, and I got eliminated in the first round of the spelling bee.
And Vic did too.
Yeah, I was genuinely surprised at how well I did on that. I was not expecting to finish in the top 3.
Now I did beat Vic in spelling bee, which is surprising. So
the spelling bee really hurt. Being a first round exit really kills you.
Yeah, that got me too. I'm indestructible was my word, and I ended it ABLE instead of IBLE.
Mine was abdomen, and I said MIN instead of MEN.
Oh, that's TK in the picture behind BA with the what you call a Raggedy Ann wig.
Somebody earlier was asking who's that all the way on the right in the kilt. That's Slim Shady Canes.
Yeah,
the Scottish Miami fan.
Starting on the right, that's Slim Shady Canes. Next to him is Money Man. He flew down from Minnesota. Next to him in the banana costume is Sea Dog. That's Squidtard in the mustard costume. Behind Squidtard in the T-Rex dinosaur costume is Spaz. That's Hoghead's son-in-law. Next to Squidtard is Flaming Sports Media. Next to him is Big Dog Brett with the Burger King crown on. Then you got VicTube and the Jedi Starfighter outfit or whatever that is. Behind him with the wig on is Jay Shipes. Next to Jay is TK with the Raggedy Ann wig. And then BA and me. Behind us, that's Ballard. Directly behind BA. Standing next to me is Albert Tucci. Behind him is Nate the Great. And in front of Albert, of course, is BVD. Next to Albert on the other side is Nick DTV. And then cut off on the end of the screen there is Let the Big Dog Eat in the Joker costume.
Damn.
There's more people over there, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great crew.
Starting on the other side, that's Twisted Rooster all the way over on the left. Oh, let me move the picture for you. There you go. Twisted Rooster all the way over on the left. Raleigh, which is Colby's fiance, standing right next to Colby. Behind Colby is Traveling Fools.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then Law Tide with the straw Alabama hat on. Pigskin Pete with the suit. And Mrs. Pete next to him. Huffer Billy Paul back behind him there in the gray suit. And then Let the Big Dog Eat in the Joker costume. So that runs through them all there. And Charcoal, that's you behind Nick DTV, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody say you look like Forrest Gump.
A shout out to TK, too. She was in character the whole time. She was Arlene. You know, she has that character, Arlene, where she's the Alabama fan.
Yeah, she did the accent.
So anything we did that was vocal, or whether it was the spelling bee or the trivia, she was in character as Arlene.
Yeah.
At all times.
Kept that cigarette in her mouth the whole time.
Yeah, and yelled out, "Roll Tide!" after everything.
The only time she took that cigarette out was to eat that donut.
Now, did you all see when Arlene or #TK had like that long ass cigarette holder, or with the black cigarette holder? What it's called? I don't know that. I don't know what it's called, but it's a long stick that holds a cigarette.
No, but I did see where I think it was BVD who lit that cigarette up for her.
All right. Does anybody want to volunteer to drop off? Albert's in the back, and we're full, so somebody's got to drop off. Does anybody want to volunteer?
Oh,
somebody did. Who was
that?
Okay. Paul?
That's how Paul.
Okay,
yeah.
Paul dropped off. What's up, Albert?
Hey guys, how are y'all?
Doing good. Made it back safe and
It was
sound.
one hell of a Slob Olympics, and I'm glad I came. It was obviously I'm a first timer, and it was really damn nice to meet all y'all.
Yeah, you fit in just fine. You had no problem. You're definitely a slob. That's for sure.
That is.
I started following Lou. You know, I don't know, way back when, like towards the transition of Mark Rick and Kirby Smart.
Yeah.
And it was, because I'm a big college football fan. I like talking shit like the rest of you guys do. But one thing I started kind of gravitating towards over the years, which I definitely saw at Slob Olympics, it's just a cool community. It's you guys uplift each other, you support each other. It's it's a bunch of actual friends that you guys have sort of formed over the years. So I can certainly relate to that. Now that's the one thing I'm obviously all the beer drinking and all the Olympic stuff I loved as well, but just the camaraderie,
Well, yeah, he just kind of walked up. We were down there. Well, first of all, I'm so dumb. I didn't realize I didn't change my wristwatch to the central time. So I thought we were supposed to meet down there at 9:30, or 10, but I was going to be down there at 9:30. Me and Mrs. Pete get dressed. It's only 8:30 when we go down there because I was looking at my watch instead of my phone. And so we just stood down there and we're hanging out, like a few of us. And he just kind of walked up out of nowhere. He's like, "Are you guys the Slobs?" We're like, "Yep." Right in immediately.
Yeah, you're in
I knew my crowd right when I saw him.
Yeah.
That's a phenomenal entrance right there.
Yeah, but he's right. That is the best part, and we talk about this every year. Like the Slob Olympics on Saturday morning is fun, and we all enjoy doing it, and that's the reason we all get together and go there. But it's really everything else that happens around that makes the trip so fun. I mean, the hanging out
like
Friday night, and the going to dinner, and the hanging out in the parking garage, and the karaoke by the pool, and
exactly,
it's all that other stuff that makes these trips so fun. You have to have a reason for people to go, and that reason is, hey, come to the Slob Olympics Saturday morning, 10 a.m., and watch a bunch of idiots in costumes do push-ups and trivia content, blah blah, whatever. But it's everything else around that. And he's right. Like, we talk all kinds of shit about each other's teams and coaches and players and, hell, even each other sometimes. But
it's all fun.
Yeah, I mean, it really is a big group of friends. I mean, it's not a bunch of strangers off the internet who get together once a year. I mean, that might be what it is the first time you go to one of these things. But after that, you're basically going on vacation with 50 of your friends after that. It really is. Yeah. It's like a spring break for old people, and not that everyone's old. There's college age kids that come. I mean, Nick and Nick DTV and Squidtard and Nate and VicTube, and I mean Colby. There's lots of young people that come, but it's like it serves the same purpose really as a spring break trip for high schoolers or college age kids. It's just an excuse for everybody to kind of go and get away for a while, for a weekend, and kind of cut loose and have a good time.
Yeah. And just thinking about like what the group how much the group matters. I've never met Vic before, but that this group matters a shitload to Vic. So that kind of shit's cool, Yeah.
Oh yeah. And and I don't know if I should say this more often or less often, but we treat everybody the same.
Yeah.
Period.
It's kind of like
sometimes people who are new around here take that as people being mean or picking on certain people or bullying or whatever the case. But, when people's parents are coming up to you and thanking you because you treat their kid like you treat everybody else, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, some people have been treated like they're different their whole life. And in certain circumstances, that may be necessary or whatever. But when you got people's parents coming up to you going, this is the best thing, y'all treat him like you treat everybody else. It's no kid gloves. They appreciate that. Everybody in this entire group is loved. Do I make fun of Paul? Yeah. Does Paul make fun of Pete? Yeah. Does Pete make fun of Dula? Does Dula we all make fun of everybody. That's part of what we do. And sometimes people get the wrong idea, but we treat everybody the same, and to a lot of people that means a lot.
Yeah, exactly. And I gravitate towards that. So,
yeah,
it was a great trip, and I really enjoyed it. I could go down the list of all the people, but I'd leave some people out, and I just met so many awesome friends this weekend.
Yeah,
for sure. The camaraderie of everybody being together, I think, was what made that so great. So I'm glad that I went.
Every year I go, I come out with several new friends. Macklin Griffin won this
boy.
year. Money Man. I spent a lot of time with Money Man. He went and shot guns with us. He hung out with me a lot, and us like Fools and Slim.
Yeah.
Oh.
Next time, depending on where it's at, I'm gonna probably drive down there myself a little earlier, so like maybe a day or two earlier, so I'll be able to spend more time with y'all.
Yeah.
'Cause my only regret about being at the Slobs was that I didn't spend enough time there. I wish I could have spent more.
Yeah, the first Slob Olympics in Atlanta, I went up on Friday. The second Slob Olympics in Pigeon Forge, I went up on Thursday. And the last two I've gone on Wednesday. Like I keep going for longer and longer every single year because it is so much fun.
Right. It is.
Yeah, I regretted not being there. I rolled in from Atlanta at 11 p.m. on Friday, so I missed the
the karaoke.
I missed Huffer in everybody's ear on everybody's shoulder.
Yeah.
I wish I was there that night on Friday.
Well, and Pete, you just mentioned Macklin Griffin. Now he's another one. Now we've spent a lot of time talking about Huffer Billy Paul, but Macklin Griffin up at that Salted Goat too was something to watch.
Oh, that guy is hilarious.
Yeah.
And his wife too.
Both of them. Yeah, he reminds us a lot of Raj. Those of you that maybe have met Raj before, Macklin Griffin kind of has that same type of energy about him. He's not shy at all. He's never met a stranger. He'll talk to you like he's known you forever. The nicest guy you'll ever meet. But he's loud and he don't take no shit off nobody. And it's bordering on like looking for trouble almost, like, and I mean this in a nice way, and I think I said this, I don't remember if I said this on a show or at the thing or what, but like Jay Shipes, Macklin Griffin, and Sir UGA, like the three of them always, they just have this something about them where it looks like they're constantly like 5 minutes away from beating the life out of somebody.
Yeah, and it looks like that, but they're all as nice as can be. But they have that look about them, right?
Well, to us they're nice, but like to a stranger at a bar, like they just have that. You're out somewhere, and sometimes you'll just see somebody, and you're like, okay, no matter what happens tonight, I'm avoiding that guy. Like if the shit hits the fan up here, I'm avoiding that person.
We had like 4 of those guys.
Macklin Griffin and Sir UJ are those 3 people in our group. Like nobody is messing with those 3 people. Period.
Oh yeah. I remember the night that the people from the hotel came down and basically told us to get out. I remember just the look on some people's faces. It looked like somebody was about ready to fight. So yeah.
Well, there was a couple people that were, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I saw they got up close. I was like, oh boy, we're about to see some real action.
Well, Slim took his shirt off. I know what that means. I started backing up.
I was mad too. I mean, I wasn't about to fight anybody, but I was mad.
Oh yeah, no, we were all mad, and I wasn't the only one who noticed this. But I'm sure somebody had to have seen this. That guy, the first guy who came down, literally looked exactly like a miniature version of Slitta.
Slitta?
Yeah, I wish I got a picture of it, but he looked exactly.
That's actually a pretty good description.
The security guard? You talking about the security guard?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You're thinking about it now. You see it.
Yeah, he was the one that was on the power trip big time.
Yeah, big time. I was just mad because we had been there for 3 nights. I mean, that was our 3rd night there. We've been doing the same thing every night. They didn't have a problem with it, but now all of a sudden they did.
Yeah,
for no reason.
Deal. Yeah,
that's what made me mad.
Right.
Like, and I mean, I get it in a sense that, like, their job, like, if there's complaints or anything, is to be a buzzkill. But like the way he was acting, the smart ass attitude he had, that's what pissed me off.
Yeah.
Well, they were trying to regulate, us not bringing in Miller Lights or whatnot from the coolers in the garage, and I mean that's just not enforceable.
Right.
Mrs. Mack, the link if Mac wants to come in is in the description.
Who was the gentleman that Lou said something? You had mentioned something about if he and Huffer Billy Paul got in a conversation, it might not ever end.
Oh, Macklin.
Yeah.
Mac Griffin. Those 2 get you cornered somewhere with a story, and you're gonna be there for a while.
Sunday night, it was Saturday night. That was my first time ever being at a 21 plus bar, and boy, was it an experience. I'll say.
She got me.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah, you're on.
What's up?
Hello. Hey.
Yes.
Hello.
Oi.
Bruh. Hey, we had a great time. I'll tell you what, for all you people out there that hadn't been to the Slobs are amazing. We had a great time meeting Lou, Pete, everybody. I mean, we had a great time. And the salty turtle can suck my ass. What's going on? What's going on, fellas, in the chat?
What's up, buddy?
What's up?
Yeah, we had a great time.
Hey, look. CG wanted to say something. Now she done got gun shy.
Uh-oh.
Ain't no time to be gun shy now.
I ain't gun shy. Hey, all y'all fuckers are crazy as we are. We had such a great time. That shit is awesome. We're forever Slob Olympics. As long as y'all have it, we'll be there. We're nervous about the cruise. If y'all want to do the cruise, that means we can't bring the dogs, but we'll find accommodation.
Don't go Huffer Billy. God damn. Excuse me. Now we're on Huffer Billy's Paul's level. I don't give a damn about the dogs. The dogs will be dogs. We're coming. We're coming. Raj.
And Mac told me, he said, we never been to this before. He said, but now that we've been here, we'll be here every year.
Every year, brother.
Yeah, I believe it.
Y'all are family to me. And listen, we really had a great time. And, as far as being nervous, guys, look, out there in the chat and stuff, don't be nervous. Go up to these guys. These are just people just like we are. Just go up there, man, and introduce yourself and have a good time. That's all we did. And we had the amazing time.
Great time.
And fantastic.
Great time.
That's right.
Good folks. Good people.
Cassidy wants to know, is Big Dog Brett much of a party guy? He usually comes with his entire family, and I don't really know what you mean by a party guy. Like, not everybody stays up till 3 a.m. drinking every night that we're there. I mean,
no, he doesn't do like some of us
things.
Other degenerates does.
Yeah,
he's there for business.
Yeah, Brett comes to win the Slob Olympics and maybe to go out to eat with us once or twice while we're there. But and there's nothing wrong with that. Lots of people are that. There's not everybody hoots with the owls till 3 and 4 in the morning and has all these running to this bar and that bar or whatever. That just this particular group that we're talking about tonight, that happened to be what we did. But don't let that scare you off. Like you don't want to come hang around a bunch of drunks or something. That's not the case either. There's plenty of people there that don't. Hell, I didn't drink all weekend.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's plenty of people there that don't drink or don't do this or that and don't go to the bar or the other thing or whatever. And that's. I mean, look, there's 50 or 60 people there. We don't. There's not 50 or 60 people going to every place we talk about where we went. It might be 10 people go here, 15 people do this, eat here, eat there. Some people go shopping. We split up. Like Pete talked about shooting guns. Some people went and did that. The girls went and got tattoos. Other people just went shopping. Whatever. I mean, there's different groups that kind of break off and do different things. The two main things are the Slob Olympics on Saturday morning.
Hotel.
Yeah, it is. If you can stay at the hotel that we mention, it makes it easier on you. But other than the
Hey,
Slob
can I just
Olympics,
chime in real quick? Stay at the freaking hotel where they're staying, or stay within walking distance of the hotel, because it's just discombobulated. Stay within the walking distance.
Well, I mean, stay where you can stay, but make it
or have somebody that can take care of you other ways.
That's all.
Yeah. But other than the Slob Olympics on Saturday morning, which obviously starts at a certain time, it has to, because it has to end at some point. Like everybody meets up for that Saturday morning, and then Saturday night after the Slob Olympics are over, we try to get everybody to go out to eat together. But we don't, no one makes you go out to eat. But those are the two things where, like, okay, this is what we're doing Saturday morning at 10 a.m. and this is what we're doing Saturday night at 7 p.m. We're eating at this restaurant. Everyone's invited. Other than that, people kind of just show up and do their own thing. Now, maybe it's a group of 15 people that go and do something, but there's something for everybody at these things.
Yeah. And that's where it comes in, where it's important where we do it, where there's other stuff to do so that you're not just, stuck doing one thing.
Yeah.
And we haven't had that problem yet, and I don't think we will in the future.
No.
Yeah, for sure.
We've done a pretty good job picking out the places. Now, the weather is out of our control. There's nothing we can do about it, but the weather was fine this year. It was fine last year. You know, Pigeon Forge, it is what it is. It snowed and it was 12 degrees. What can you do? These things are planned a year in advance. You can't wait till a week before and go, oh, it might snow. We better change it. You can't change it at that. It just is what it is. But, you know, there's always stuff to do. We're not doing Slob Olympics in Mayberry. You know.
Mm-hmm.
No offense to Mayberry. I think I drove through about 15 Mayberries in South Georgia on the way to fucking Panama City.
Did anyone show up to the Slob Olympics hammered? Yes, several people.
Yeah.
Several.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was on 2 hours. I wasn't hammered though. I mean, I was fine, but I mean, I got 2 hours of sleep on Friday night before the Slob. And me and Jay were down there drinking beer at 8:00 in the morning.
Yeah, now last year at Isle of Palms, I know for a fact there were several people who never went to sleep Friday night and then competed on Saturday. Yeah. Did anybody try that this year?
I got pretty close. Like I said, I got about 2 hours. I don't know about anybody else. I mean, I think Paul might have been in the same.
Maybe Paul.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the last thing I remember from Friday night, me, Slim Shady Canes, and Traveling Fools were on the beach basically watching the sun come up.
Wow.
And I said, all right, sun's coming up. Time for me to go to bed.
Yeah.
Damn. I was close to being like that. Not out of my own volition, but because BVD and Lawtide are the loudest snores on the planet. And I was stuck in between them. And when one would finish snoring, the other would start.
Yeah,
so it was just continuous.
Why don't you? Yeah, explain the sleeping arrangements to us for y'all's room, Squid Tard.
Oh, is that? I don't know if that ever got brought up, but I'm an oddball when it comes to how I sleep. So the thermostat for me has to be set to 67. So I like it really cold, but BBD and Lawtide, on the other hand, like it really hot, like 74, 72. I don't know if there's anybody else who does. I'm sure there is. And I don't know if there's anybody that likes it cold. But anyway, where I was sleeping, there's, two beds, two different rooms. Lawtide's got a room to himself, and I'm sharing a room with BBD. He wanted the couch. For whatever reason.
Oh, I thought y'all were 3 to a room.
No.
Okay.
Lawtide's got his own room, but the problem is he snores so loud, even when the door's closed, you can still hear it clear as day. But so me and BBD got into a bit of an argument because I was like, well, okay, so I don't understand. I'm going to be burning up, and obviously, I can't turn down the thermostat because we can't have you freeze, BBD. So the solution to this would be, why can't I just take that one room and then you and Lawtide sleep in the same room together? And of course, the answer to that was because I don't want to hear Lawtide snore. So I was like, I guess I'll just have to sleep in the middle then. And that's exactly what I did. But man,
now what does sleep in the middle mean?
Yeah,
middle bed.
Maybe I'm not asking the right questions here. You keep saying y'all had multiple.
Well, there's only 2 beds.
You keep saying y'all had multiple rooms.
Yeah,
Lawtide had a room, and then somewhere else on a different floor, you and BVD had a room.
No, it wasn't a different floor. It was like you'd walk into the hotel room, and there would be one little room with a bed.
That's called a suite. That's one room. That's not 2 rooms. That's one room.
Yeah. Sweet.
That's called a suite.
All right, I guess I learned.
So y'all, anyway. So there were 3 of y'all in one room. Okay.
Pretty much. Yeah.
All right. Lawtide had a bed.
Yeah.
BVD had a bed.
BVD had the couch. Originally it was me, but then he decided, he sat and it was like, man, I like this couch. So he took the couch.
And you slept.
Yeah. And I was in the bed, which was in the middle, in between where that Lawtide's bed is and where the couch was that BVD was sleeping on.
All right. So Lawtide and you slept in the bed. BVD slept on the couch.
Yeah.
All right.
That's basically the premise. And BVD he slept so weird. His head wasn't even laying on anything. It was suspended in the air as he was snoring. It was, but I guess, all the power to them. But yeah, no, hearing both of them snoring at the same time nearly drove me to insanity. But I was so tired that I think I slept like 2-3 hours through it. So that's what I was sleeping with on the slobs. Great
now,
time.
did you see either one of them naked?
Thankfully, no.
Okay.
I didn't have to.
And did they see Squid Tard naked?
No.
Okay.
I had to get out with a towel though because there was no soap, but I had a towel wrapped around me, so they didn't see any.
There was no soap. What?
Yeah. Or no, there was no shampoo, so I had to grab my shampoo.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. No, there was soap, but yeah.
Do you have
But
earbuds
I
or
did have
anything?
to. I did have to see something probably equally as disturbing as seeing either one of them naked, and that's that big wound on BVD's foot.
Yeah, describe that for the people at home.
Oh man, it almost made me throw up when they showed me a picture of that.
It's as bad as Pete said. It was just this just nasty. Imagine what it would be like if you put your foot basically in a pit of fire for a good 5 minutes,
Right.
and then take it. That's exactly what it looked like. Just charred skin all over. Just this big, gigantic wound on his foot.
And you're talking about the foot that he still has, right?
Yes, because he only has the one foot.
Right. Now, how did this happen to his one foot?
The way he described it was he had a heater next to his bed, and
Like
I
a
guess
space heater?
yeah,
Okay.
I would believe so. So I guess what he did was, since he doesn't have any feeling on the only foot that he has, he set it in his sleep, I guess, on that heater, and then when he woke up, it was sitting on the heater, and he didn't come to the realization that it was until he.
Now, was
Basically,
his foot on
foot
fire?
was on fire.
Yeah. It looks like it was.
I would basically, yeah, had to be. Otherwise, it couldn't have been near that bad.
And you
but
say that's
yeah.
because he has no feeling in his foot, so it's like the boiling frog deal. Like he didn't notice that his foot was getting hotter and hotter.
Yep.
Right.
That's the premise.
Now, why doesn't he have any feeling in his foot? Now, is that on account of the diabetes?
That is, I don't know. That is something you'll have to ask him. That is something I do not know the details.
Well, I'm asking you. Are you currently his handler?
I was over the weekend.
I know all of his other handlers are no longer with us.
Now, would it be a good idea for BVD in the future to set the space heater far away from him when he's sleeping, not to be able to set his foot on it?
I would say that would be a bright idea. Just my general analysis. I'm sure there's nobody that disagrees with me on that.
Would it be a good idea for him to no longer drink Coke?
I don't know.
I mean, on account of the diabetes, and he's already lost one foot.
What if he
can't feel the other?
I don't know. Would switching to Diet Coke make a difference?
I don't know.
I guess that's something that I don't know. That somebody else will have to figure out that one.
Has he ever considered switching to water?
I don't know. I wouldn't think so.
Does he love Coke more than he loves his foot?
God damn.
Because it appears that he does.
I don't know.
I think so. I think he does.
One was in a freezer and one was on a heater. So you tell me.
One was on a freezer. One was
in a freezer.
Is there any way he could freeze his foot and put the Coke on the heater?
That is possible. Now, boiled Coke, that's interesting.
Now, we this is how terrible we are. We love you, BBD, but listen, this is how bad we are. So D4 wasn't able to come for a health problem.
Oh boy.
And he was the one that came up with the idea to do the shot put, which was supposed to be one of the events. So him not coming, we didn't get the shot put, right? Because nobody owns a shot put other than D4, apparently. So we were trying to figure out what are we going to throw. Well, there was a couple of ideas, right? There was the pineapple, which is what we ended up doing, a couple of other ideas. But one of the best ideas was to throw BBD's fake leg. I went up to BBD. I said, "So, what are the chances that we could use your fake leg instead of the shot put?" And he goes, he said, I would let you do that, except for if you break it, I'm screwed.
Yeah, he didn't bring the spare.
He loves his fake leg more than he loves his actual leg. But have you heard the good news about next year?
What?
Well, it turns out BVD has an extra leg.
Yeah.
He's going to bring that. He's going to bring that extra leg to the Slob Olympics next year.
I don't know.
And we're going to throw that, he says. He said that's fine.
I don't know. Well, that'd be great, but I don't know if you can confirm that because I can count at least 10 to 15 times during the trip that he said, "Man, I fucking forgot something." Forgot
his leg.
The leg, the shot put ball.
Didn't he forget all his underwear or something too, or was that last year?
All his drawers, yeah.
Yeah, no, he had to go to Walmart and buy underwear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
His leg is metal, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's like titanium or something.
Yeah.
Almost.
But I think the spare leg might just be like, I don't know. It's probably not as good as the main leg because he didn't want to break the main leg.
Imagine if Lou, instead of hitting Reuter in the head with that pineapple, he hit Reuter in the head with BVD's leg.
That would have been the greatest moment in the history of the Slob Olympics if that happened.
So BVD went from only having one leg to now having an extra leg.
He's got 3 legs now.
I wonder if that one is in the freezer.
If we're on some beach or some public park somewhere throwing a fake leg next year.
No, not only next to BBD sitting in the chair with only one leg.
I was waiting for somebody. It might have been me, but I was waiting for somebody to take that fake leg off of him and throw it and tell him to go get it.
No, we're not that mean. We're not. Come on. I mean, we're mean, but not that mean.
He still finished second to last, not last.
Yeah, he beat Matt.
Yeah, and Matt's got 2 legs.
Unbelievable.
Oh.
He did punch me though.
Yeah, tell us that story.
He got mad.
BBD punched Squidtard.
He got mad because I told him to shut the fuck up. That's literally the entire thing. He was saying for the umpteenth time that it was my fault that we forgot the shot put ball, and so I told him to shut up, and that's when he punched me.
Oh yeah, I remember that conversation. I said to you, you should have told him that from the other side of the room. He wouldn't have been able to get you.
Who did D4? Who did D4 give the shot put to?
BVD.
Okay.
So BVD forgot the shot put then.
Yeah, he gave it to me and dropped it. I basically dropped it in the passenger side of his car. So we mutually agreed that we take half the blame because otherwise he just keeps saying that's all my fault. So it was either that or him continuing to say that it's 100% all me.
Well, that's what he told me for sure. Was that it was your fault?
Yeah, that's basic. Well, that was kind of thrown around multiple times.
Is he lying? Are you correct? So he's lying, though. You're saying
could be.
If he told me it was your fault, you're saying he's lying.
Yeah, well, D4 did give the shot put ball to him. You make a great point there.
Okay.
Love you, BVD.
Was there anything else during the weekend that was your fault?
I guess I don't know. I mean, the situation with the
when
the
BVD
hotel,
didn't get his food, was that your fault?
No, but I'm sure he took his rage out on me that night.
Whose fault was it that BVD had to go to Hooters by himself?
Honestly, I don't. It was whoever was pushing him out of Harry's fault.
It was nobody. He was pushing himself.
I think it
was rolling down the parking lot by himself.
Did he not want you to push him into Hooters because you were drunk?
I don't even think I was near him. I think every time I was near him was when he'd start yelling shit at me. So I just kind of like moved away. I think it was either Nick DTV or Taylor, Ramajama Taylor, that was pushing him past that point.
Well, what is it that you had to do that was so important that you couldn't accompany BVD to Hooters?
Walt?
I mean, have you ever eaten in Hooters by yourself?
I've never done that before.
How do you think that made him feel?
This might make you mad, but I've never been to Hooters in my life.
That doesn't make me mad at all. Hooters, I think Hooters is terrible.
It is. It's not good at all.
Oh, great. That's good to
The
hear.
food,
that.
anyway, is terrible. I mean,
Yeah, the food's
sometimes
terrible.
you get, there might be somebody with big titties that works in there, but there might be somebody at Wendy's with big titties. That doesn't mean that a junior bacon cheeseburger is a good meal.
Right. And, you know, and chances are, you know, you'd have to pay him to do anything for you. So, you know, that it don't work out that way. Yeah, asking out any type of fast food girl on a date, bad idea. I should know.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Well, it's experience on my end. It may not be a bad idea.
Well,
Maybe
what
somebody-
happened? And what fast food restaurant are we? Where you're hitting on what? The McDonald's lady or what?
Oh, no, this is completely. I mean, this is unrelated. But about 2 years ago, there was this cute girl working at Arby's, and I asked her out, and she gave me the "I have a boyfriend." So,
No, so that's why it's a bad idea because you got rejected.
yeah, basically.
Because when you said she's a cute girl, that means it's a good idea from the start.
Yeah, no, great idea. But no.
Well, let
bad
me ask
idea.
you this, Squid Tar, because you're obviously a very intelligent person. Why is it called Arby's?
They have the meat. Sorry, that was his question.
They have the meats. I don't know.
What
Yeah,
does
you should've
Arby's?
told her.
What does Arby's sell?
The meats.
No, what's their
specifically-
signature?
Specifically, what do they sell?
Yeah, their signature dish.
Fuck, I don't.
You
I
don't
remember.
What meat does Arby's sell?
Roast beef.
And
Is that it? Is it
and
beef?
what's the initials of roast beef?
Oh shit! I didn't even think about that.
Squid.
Is that really where it came
What are the
from?
initials of roast beef, Squid? Say it out loud.
I get it now. And it RB. Ha ha.
Okay.
Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. I get it.
So,
Huh.
but you say
Well,
she
you
had a
know.
boyfriend. Did she ask you where's the beef?
No. I sure do wish I asked her.
Did you ask her about her roast beef?
You wanted to see her beef, you said?
No, I didn't technically say that, no, but I think it went. I honestly don't remember, but I think it was something like literally. I just asked her out, and then she said, "I have a boyfriend," and I said, "Oh, okay." And then I got my food and drove my ass off. That's,
Yeah, don't be
was-
looking for any beef or roast beef or anything on these girls. If you
Oh,
pull
no, I
down a girl's
certainly-
pants and you see anything that resembles roast beef, you need to run away.
you got you got a point there. You got a point there. I won't lie. Where's the beef? Oh God. Yeah. Can't argue with that.
Right.
But yeah, no. Anyway.
Have you ever
What were
thought
we
about
talking
dating
about?
somebody that works at Chick-fil-A instead of Arby's? They seem to have their shit together over there.
Yeah.
I thought about it before.
I would
but
recommend that.
I've never gone through with it because I'm pretty sure that most of them either have boyfriends or aren't considering me as a potential option.
Well,
But,
that's silly.
but I mean, you never know. You
Yeah,
never
that
know.
is silly.
You never know. Yeah, you're right. You never know.
Every
I mean,
girl you
yeah.
pass on the street is a potential option.
Now, that's a good point. If there's anything that I spent friggin' $10 so I could watch Nate have the confidence to go talk to a girl. Yeah, no, I see your point there.
Yeah. So
I'll definitely take your offer on that. One thing's for sure, though, I'm glad my birthday is today and it wasn't on Saturday, because then I would have probably gotten a wiener.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Appreciate it.
birthday.
I appreciate that. 22 feels exactly the same as 21.
Yeah, somebody said next year at the Slob Olympics, it falls on your birthday based on the way the calendar falls or something. They said they were going to blindfold you and have you lick Hoghead's taint. Is that true?
Who the hell said that? I want to see who could think of such a grotesque idea.
I have one suggestion for you. Next time you ask a girl out, don't wear that "Life is Great" hat.
What?
Or I think it says "good and cool."
Yeah, good and cool. Yeah, that hat.
Oh, cool and good. Yeah, cool and good.
Yeah, maybe don't dress like a 9-year-old.
You talking about the shirt too, or just the hat? Because no,
well, really all of it. Yeah,
my
really
shirt,
all of
my khaki pants, no, those were elite. But
You know who you need to hire as a stylist?
Huffer Billy Paul.
Huffer Billy Paul.
He dresses kind of like Huffer Billy Paul if Huffer Billy Paul was 9.
Yeah. Well, we figured out earlier, Huffer Billy Paul's not 9, but we figured out earlier that Huffer Billy Paul is like Benjamin Button. He's aging in reverse. So he looks really old, but he can party all night long, all weekend long. He's actually only 12. He's actually only 12, but he ages in reverse.
Anyone with those kind of stories is not 12. I'll tell you that much.
Well, no, he's not 12, but he's only been alive for 12 years.
Huffer Billy Button.
Huffer Billy Button.
So what you're telling me is that when he was conceived, he started out like Celine Driver's.
He was born as a 90-year-old man.
So
now he's 88.
Celine Driver's age. Okay.
Right. Now he's 78.
He got less mature as he got older.
He's
It's
Benjamin
slowly
Button.
going down.
Yeah, watch Benjamin Button, Squid. Brad Pitt, Benjamin Button.
That's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
Benjamin Button. I will definitely put that one on the calendar. That's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, how hard is it to look at Brad Pitt for 2.5 hours? Am I right?
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, are you saying that Huffer Billy Paul and Brad Pitt are the same person, or a lot alike?
No.
Just
Not at all.
making an analogy. That's all. Just making an analogy.
Sorry,
like
Paul.
Paul. I
That would
like
have been
Paul.
great if that was the case.
Yeah. Paul's good people.
He is.
Yeah, he is.
Squid, you're good
All
people
y'all
too.
good
But
people.
Paul's way better than Brad Pitt.
did Huffer Billy Paul explain anything to either of you over the weekend?
He tried
a few things.
I had no idea what he was talking about, but he was trying to
That sounds right.
get me to
That sounds right.
Get me to like rate, like by the end of the weekend, I had to rate everybody from a scale from 1 to 10 or something. Who was the best?
The best in what way?
Exactly.
Oh.
He just said, "Who's the best?"
Who's the best?
Like, all right, man. And this is when I didn't know anybody either. I was like, I don't even know who's who yet.
That would be like if Lou made a video, like he uploaded a video titled "The Top 10," just the top 10, just
the top 10.
Did he try to explain anything to you, Squid?
If he did, which he did do, it was basically exactly what he explained to Charcoal.
Yeah, and you just had no idea what he was talking about.
I had been there for like 15 minutes.
Yeah. I think as soon as I walked in, when I was taking my stuff out of Law Tide's car, I walked up to you guys to say hello, and he already started explaining things to me I didn't understand.
We might have to make a new rule that Paul's not allowed to explain anything to new people until they've been there for at least 4 hours.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 4 hours.
I didn't
There
know
you go. That'd be a great rule.
I don't think I think he'll break the rule. I don't think that's possible for him.
Let me explain to you why I'm not allowed to explain anything to you for 4 hours. You know,
It all started when.
Imagine you show up at the Slob Olympics. You don't know anybody. And Huffer Billy Paul walks up to you, stumbles up to you, throws his arm around you, gets 6 inches from your face and goes, you know.
I think we really need to have a stream one day where Huffer Billy Paul has taken like 5 beers down, and he's in his stream alone with Celine Driver, and it goes on. It's like a 6-hour long live stream. I will watch every second of that just to see how Celine Driver reacts. That's exactly what I would want to see.
Well, I agree with you, except 5 beers isn't enough. That's like,
need double that.
Does anybody know how many cans of beer he drank Friday night? Because he always had a can in his hand.
The problem with him on Friday was that he started getting into that liquor.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a problem for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you can, if you know what you're doing and you've been doing it for a while, you can kind of pace yourself on beer pretty much all day long. And you might be feeling pretty good, but you're not going to be stumbling into people and falling down and explaining things to strangers and stuff like that. But
originally, I had planned that I was not going to drink anything, and then Friday night happened. I think it was Sir Uga who handed me 2 beers and then a shot of tequila, and then the next hour I was jumping in the pool with charcoal.
Yeah.
Eventually, and Lou's got a whole video of me acting like a dumbass in there. So I'm looking forward to seeing probably a close-up shot of my nipples on the morning show or something.
Oh yeah, that was this morning. He showed your titties.
Yeah, he already did.
Oh, great.
Oh yeah, we had your titties and your nipples on the morning show when you got out of the pool there.
Oh yeah. I'm sure everyone wanted to see that.
Oh yeah.
That's the gift that keeps on giving, right?
Yeah, we definitely wanted to see that.
I'm going to look back at that stream every day to remind myself what I look like so that I get the motivation to work out and get my body in shape.
Yeah, I say that to myself like 5 or 6 times a year, and nothing ever happens about it. So I hope you have better discipline with that than I do.
Well, yeah. Well, I also made a promise to Twisted Rooster that I would fix my push-up positioning. So hopefully by doing that, I will have lost a bit of that bod going for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're thinking too much. That's not that important.
Oh yeah. No, on the scale of things that are important to me right now, that's like close to rock bottom.
I mean, Squid, if you really want to make a change, if you really set your mind to it, you can do it. You can do almost anything you set your mind. You'd be amazed how much progress you could make in a short period of time. Let me give you an example. You remember on Saturday when TK blindfolded herself and tied her hands behind her back and then tried to eat a donut off of a string in front of 100 people?
Sure did.
2 years ago, she was scared to check her own mail. Now look at her.
How about that?
So
can drive over bridges.
Yeah. So don't give up on your weightlifting journey.
You got it. When you first said, let me give you an example, I thought you were about to give me a Huffer Billy Paul story, to be honest.
No, I'm not explaining anything to you. I'm just giving you an example of someone who overcame adversity and now is a productive member of society. And you too could possibly be that one day.
If you want to get in shape, I have a YouTube channel that you can watch. You'll get in shape in no time.
Yeah, let me hear it.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is.
I don't even know what the name of his channel is anymore. He changed it. Sports, fitness, and sport. I don't even know what it is.
It's the longest YouTube name in the history of YouTube.
Yeah, Atlanta Sports Fitness and something.
Oh man!
Every time I get on there, there's something new every day.
It's just about time to get out of here. So let's see. Squid and Charcoal, I'm going to let y'all go, but I appreciate y'all coming on tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, bro. It's a great
Yeah,
time at the Slobs. Looking forward to doing it again, man.
No doubt.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
No doubt. All right, there you go. All right, we're going to get it wrapped up here. Now, as far as next year's Slobs go, I think we mentioned this at the beginning, but if you have an idea of where you would like to do the Slob Olympics for next year, there's an email address specifically for the Slob Olympics. It's theslobolympics at gmail.com. Theslobolympics@gmail.com. And that's how we ended up in Panama City this year. People send in different cities. Hey, what about this city? What about here? What about there? There's this hotel. There's this to do. There's a park right across from the hotel where we could do the event, whatever. If you've got an idea, whether it's somewhere close to you or just somewhere you think would be, convenient for us to do the Slob Olympics, let us know. The Slob Olympics at gmail.com, because we're going to try to have next year's location and hotel and dates nailed down by the first week of April, so people have as much time as possible to make plans to attend. So send us your ideas, theslobolympics at gmail.com, theslobolympics at gmail.com. What else, Pete?
Well, great weekend, everybody. I had a great time and looking forward to seeing all of you again next year, and also even more of you next year.
Yeah, we had a great time. Shout out to all the new people. We had a couple of them on tonight. I know it's not easy to show up kind of not knowing anybody, but everybody fit right in. Everybody had a great time. Everybody that was there for the first time, all of them are the same thing. I can't wait to come again now. So hopefully it keeps getting bigger and bigger every single year. Looking forward to doing it again for sure. What's your shows the rest of the week, Pete?
Yeah, ACC show tomorrow night at 7 p.m. with Sea-Dog. We'll get to hear his side of things since he wasn't on here tonight. I know he has a lot to say. And midday show Wednesday and Friday at 11 a.m.
Yeah, and I'll be on tomorrow night for the call-in show, 9 p.m., and Thursday night, 9 p.m. for the call-in show. And my morning show over on the second channel on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday morning for those of you who are subbed up to the second. Channel. But we are going to get out of here. Thanks for tuning in again to the Lunch Money Show. Me and Pete do this every Monday night, year-round. It's basically a gambling show. Tonight, obviously, a lot of Slob Olympic stuff. But we have March Madness coming up. Conference tournaments start here in a couple of weeks. So tune back into the morning show next Monday. And every Monday after that, we'll talk some tournament brackets and March Madness. And I saw where the odds have just been released in college football, conference championship odds. So, like, who's the favorites to win the SEC, the Big Ten, the ACC, all that kind of thing. So, plenty to talk about, sports-related, gambling-related, all that, like we normally do on the Lunch Money Show coming up over the next few Mondays, but all Slob Olympics today. But appreciate everybody tuning in. Big shout-out to those of you who joined the panel tonight, some fellow Slob Olympians. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Can't wait to do it again. Enjoy the rest of your week, and have a good morning.